Hi everybody, welcome back. This is part 2 of my sleep series of Why You Can't Sleep. And today we're going to address pain. But let me tell you about myself. My name is Linda Wells and I'm a naturopathic doctor. I've been helping people regain their health for 11 years. And I've learned a lot. I've found what works and what doesn't work. And regenerative detoxification is your golden key to regain a vibrant health. And that's the truth. I don't give you gimmicks. And not everybody can follow this. It's a very simple idea. However, it's not always easy. But if you're in pain and you're unhealthy, and a lot of people that come to me are finding, and how I ended up in this field was because I wasn't finding answers elsewhere. And so the truth is that the body is designed to heal itself. Today we're going to talk about pain and how that affects your sleep, okay? Pain is a result of inflammation in the body. And inflammation can, the symptoms of inflammation and the way the body reacts to it is through edema, sending swelling and water into the area because your body is trying to diffuse the amount of things that are going in there, okay? Cholesterol is an antacid, and so when the body starts building up acids in the body, cholesterol is sent in, and so that's why people get cholesterol on their arteries and, blocking their hearts and buildups, okay? Water retention, cholesterol, and was still calcium, okay, from your bones and your blood, okay? Your body will keep your blood always at a pH of around 7.4. So if you've been eating a lot of acid-forming foods, and these are like anything that's cooked, fast foods, packaged foods, all those things, as your body is trying to create energy for you, it puts off an ash. It's kind of like an engine, that the engine's using this energy, but it's throwing out toxins through the back. Well, that's what your cells do, as it's trying to produce energy. These toxins go into your interstitial system, and your lymphatic system is supposed to be able to pull that out and drain it out your kidneys, okay? I know that that's not what the medical community says, but this is the truth, and I've seen it on myself, I've seen it on my clients, and I dare you to try it. Just go in and urinate in a jar your first urine of the morning, let it sit. If you're a person who's in pain, let's just see how much sediment is coming out, because you probably don't have a lot, if any at all, because all of those acids are sitting in your body and they're tearing down your tissue, right? Just like any acid, like Coca-Cola, right? Acidic. When these acids are allowed to stay and sit, it tears down your tissues, and that causes pain. So, and like I said, your blood is going to stay around 7.4 because you will die if your blood changes for more than a few seconds. You're automatically drawing your alkaline chemistry from your cells and from your tissues to save your blood, because your body is fighting to save you. So you have to stop the acidic causing diet. And how do you do that? You replace all those processed foods with alkaline forming foods. And those are your raw fruits and vegetables. And those are pretty much it. And those are your highest energy foods. Those are the foods that are going to give you energy. And I'm telling you, fruit is the highest. And the idea that you should not be eating fruit is totally false. If you have a problem with blood sugar, it's because the 3 areas, one of the 3 or all 3 of the areas that deal with sugar metabolism are not working. That's your adrenal glands. Your adrenal glands are metabolizing sugars. If you're down, like 99% of all of us are, because we live in stress constantly, your blood sugar is going to be high, and that's going to lead to other things like candida all through your body. Every diabetic has candida in them. Okay, you can't have high blood sugar and stuff forever without that, because candida feeds off sugar. So if you're not metabolizing and you're not able to use it, then that's the reason. It's not because you're eating sugar. You need to learn to heal it and help your body. Okay, so we have the adrenal glands, the pancreas, obviously, sends out insulin, and then the liver. The liver is involved in storage and making of sugars for energy. So those three areas, if you aren't healthy there, you're going to have sugar problems. Once you deal with that and you get that under control, you can eat all the fruit you want. And fruit doesn't really need, it doesn't need insulin to go into the cells. It just goes right in there. And so that's another falsity. And listen, if you haven't seen Dr. Morse's video on the toe from the diabetic, and how he restored that toe on nothing but fruit, you have to go check it out. Okay, I'll put the link below for you. But anyway, so we're talking about pain. So number one, you have to change your diet. Your diet will make a difference within 15 to 30 minutes. If you're putting acid-forming foods like high protein is an acid, it's very acidic, and your kidneys will start hurting because they damage your kidneys. So I did that. I mean, like I said, I have tried everything. I did the ketogenic diet, I did a high protein diet. Oh, that high protein diet I felt good because you're getting all that adrenaline and stuff from the protein. And it didn't make me bloat because I didn't have the fiber in it that goes into the stomach, and so you don't get that bloaty feeling. But it hurt my kidneys. Okay, so I do not recommend a high protein diet, and I recommend that if you are going to eat protein, that you limit it, and you limit it to once every week or every couple of weeks, and you eat organic, grass-fed, everything, free range, okay, because you are what you eat, okay? But you can build muscle, you can be healthy on a fruit and vegetable diet, because because proteins are amino acids and everything has them. And if your body is healthy, you can make what you need, what's lacking. Okay, so that's why we want to regenerate instead of just throw stuff at the problem. So pain is caused by acid, so change all that stuff. In my recommendation, my sleep recommendation protocol, there is a pain formula. It works really well. It has frankincense and curcumin in it. Okay, so the mixture of those together are really powerful. But if you go to Bluebird Botanicals, and I don't make any money off of them, their CBD, I would recommend their full spectrum CBD oil. And the mixture of the CBD oil and that works really well together. It won't make you high. It has about 3% THC, but that's not enough to make you high. And I use it. I'm a truck driver, and I never test positive. So that doesn't mean you won't. So if you're worried about that, you might want to get the isolate, but I don't really care for isolates like I was saying before. And I've never had an issue with that. But so those two together, and like I said, in my protocol, which will be in the links below, I'll have everything that I've addressed in these 4-part series on your pain and digestion and anxiety and the pineal gland. They'll all be in there. You can go in there and you can look at that and decide which one you need. I also suggest that you watch my the Big 4 video and understand a little bit more about the lymphatic system and how that all works. It all goes down to your lymphatic system and your kidneys. and what you're putting into your body. So I hope you enjoy this. Next one will be about digestion. A lot of pain comes from poor digestion, so we want to get that going. We'll talk about that. Okay, you guys have a great day. Thank you for joining in. Please like and subscribe and share this video with your friends. I'm here to help. Not everybody's going to like what I have to say because most people have been trained to think you can take a medication or you can take just one supplement and get well. Well, it doesn't work that well. You have to restore your cells, and the only way to do that is to get all the acid that's eating and corroding your cells away, and you have to get them out and replace them and allow the body to begin to rebuild, because your body knows what to do when you give it the right things. Okay, you guys have a great day. We'll see you next time for part 3 on digestion. Bye everybody. We're back again, part 3 of our sleep series, and today we're talking about digestion. And you're thinking, what the heck does digestion have to do with me getting a good night's sleep? Well, it has a lot and pretty much everything to do, right? Because if you're not digesting, first of all, if you're not putting the right foods in, you aren't getting the right nutrients. If you're not digesting, you're not breaking down those foods and you're not assimilating it into the body, you're not getting rid of your toxins. And digestion, if you have all these acids and undigested food in your stomach or in your body, period, it's releasing these acids, and acids are corrosive, acids break down, and acids cause pain. So it's really vital to have a good digestion. So today, like I said, today is part 3 of my sleep series, and we're talking about digestion. I'm Linda Wells. I'm a naturopathic doctor, and I've been helping people regain their health for over 11 years. And I've learned what works and what doesn't work, and I give you no gimmicks. I tell you truth. It's regenerative detoxification is your golden key to regain your health and feel your best. So today we're talking about digestion. A lot of money is spent going to the doctor on digestion. Here's a study, 2004 study, that $44 billion is indirectly spent on digestive disturbances and mortality. 60 to 70 million people are affected by digestive diseases, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. People are carried to the hospital, and a 2010 study showed that people are carried to the hospital 48.3 million times a year. And my neighbor just went to the hospital for gallstones. Okay, it's totally preventable, guys. You don't have to do that. You need your gallbladder. God gave you that gallbladder for a reason. So let's prevent that. Let's save it. Let's prevent it. Hospitalizations. I knew of a girl who had terrible bowel disorders. She wouldn't eat right. And so she kept going to the hospital, and all those medications eventually killed her. So you don't want to go to the hospital because of that. All those anti-inflammatory strong medications, they ruin your immune system, they shut down your adrenal glands, and you don't want to do that. So anyway, a lot of people have digestive issues, and I was there too. Excuse me. My throat is dry. I wish I had some water. Well, excuse me for, no, I'll just suffer it out. Okay, so digestion starts in your mouth. And it starts when you chew. Your body sends enzymes that start breaking down carbohydrates. Okay, so it starts there, and you have a big hole. Your whole digestive system is one great big huge tube. Goes down and through your stomach, and your intestines are close to 30 feet in length, your small intestines. And then from your small intestines, your large intestine, and then out. So it goes a long ways. But it's a chain of reactions. So you chew, right? You chew and you swallow, and it goes into your stomach. Your stomach is acidic, and it needs to be acidic to start breaking down food. Okay, so if you have an overacidic stomach, it'll cause ulcers, which cause pain, which will keep you awake. If you have an underacidic stomach, then it won't break down the food, and your whole digestive process just doesn't work past that point, because when you leave your stomach and you start going into the duodenum, you need acids to cause the duodenum to do what it's supposed to do, where you get an you get bicarbonate that comes from the pancreas, and then you also get bile that comes from the liver and the gallbladder, and they go through the common bile duct into the duodenum. But if you're not acidic enough, that won't occur. It won't cause that acidity is what causes that reaction. So if that's not correct, you don't get that alkalinity to carry through to the rest of your digestion, because you want that alkalinity to go into your bowels, because you don't want all those acids corroding your bowels and causing inflammation there. Because when that happens, then you start getting ulcers and things down there. So those pulps and all those things. If you have those pulps, I forget what they call them, in your intestines, you are backed up lymphatically. I would not cut those off. Personally, I would not cut those off. I would get my lymphatic system working, because cutting them off does not solve the problem. You want to get your lymphatics and your kidneys flowing. Get those adrenals going so that the kidneys and the lymphatic system is draining. Get on good food. Okay, so all that stuff causes pain in the body, because if you're bringing in food, even if it's good food, and your digestion is not functioning, then all that process is not working, and that food is sitting in there. And what happens in nature when food or an animal is dying out in nature? Well, you get all these critters, right, that come, and that's the way nature works. They come and they start feeding off of it, and that's how nature gets rid of it. Well, when you have food in your body that is not breaking down and it's just becoming putrefied, what do you think happens inside of you? That's exactly what happens. And then all those little microbes and stuff, they have their own poop and stuff that it's putting off, and that's staying inside of you. So it's really important to get all that digestion squared away. That's like basic. Besides eating right, basic good digestion is very important. So what do? We get off the processed foods, for one, because those are the kinds of things that destroy our cells and destroy our body. You start eating whole, raw fruits and vegetables, because that is really the best way to go. And I fully support fruits. Okay, fruits. If your digestion system is working, if your pancreas is healthy, if your liver is healthy, and if your adrenal glands are healthy, those are all parts of your system that is involved in the metabolism and use of sugars, then you won't have a sugar problem. But when you have sugars that are sitting and they're not going through you, they're fermenting and they're causing candida, and candida causes bladder problems, and it just keeps going on. And when you have all that, and you start getting cysts and all kinds of things. So digestion is very fundamental, and you don't want to mess around. So start eating the right things, and let's get your digestion in order. Here's some signs of poor digestion. Where did I put those? Okay, let's talk about gas. Gas. You have gas a lot, not just because you just ate something that's gassy, but you continue to have gas. Well, that's a sign. Burning stomach. If you get relief by eating something, that tells you that you have too much acid, and your body is very acidic. Okay, and you have to start getting those acids out. They're building up and they're destroying tissue. How about foul-smelling gas? Okay, if your body is clean, your poop won't smell. Okay, a little bit, but not much. occasionally. If you have indigestion, irritable bowel, okay, irritable bowel, that's your lymphatic system is backed up in there. Let's fix the problem. Let's don't coat it with steroids. You know, they're giving people anti-inflammatories, which is totally destroying adrenal glands and ruining immune systems. No, let's fix the problem. Constipation, loose stools, undigested food coming out, brain fog. If you're not absorbing your nutrients, you're not going to have a clear mental picture, right? Okay, so some of the things that actually cause brain fog and unable to absorb B12 and things is proton pump inhibitors and antacids. So if you're on those medications, there are lots of medications that will block, you know, B12 and things like that. So if you're low in those, you might think about, okay, am I digesting or am I on some kind of a medication that is causing me not to have those in my system? Another thing for ulcers, you have a sphincter. It's a little muscle, and you don't have to think about using it, but it closes off the esophagus so that gastric juices can't return. So when your nervous system starts breaking down and that autonomic nervous system is not causing that sphincter to close properly, you have gastric juices that go up into the esophagus and burn holes. So all these things are caused by the breakdown of your tissues. So taking an antacid, taking something to help with a symptom is not healing you, and I'm about healing you. I'm about helping you regenerate your tissue and get rid of the problems once and for all so that you feel good all the time. So how do we do that? We replace all the poor food with alkaline forming foods, which are your raw fruits and your raw vegetables, especially your raw fruits. They're very energetic. They're very healing for the nervous system. They help you think good. You will, if you have digestive issues like I did, and I started this and I had all kinds of candida, your body is going to have some reactions because you're not getting it out fast enough and it's trying to come out. So where is it going to come out? Okay, it's going to come out your poop, your pee, or your skin. And I had terrible, my hands swole. I used to wake up in the middle of the night with blisters on my hands because if I wasn't very careful about what I ate, certain things cause reactions as I'm sleeping at night, and this digestion and my body's trying to detoxify. Well, if you can't get rid of it out the normal channels and your lymphatic system is not draining and it's not coming out your kidneys, or you're not digesting your food and coming out, it's going to come out your skin. And it was coming out my skin. So because my kidneys weren't functioning, I had been on a high protein diet. I had started getting lumps and bumps and my kidneys were hurting and I was in a lot of pain. I'd wake up in pain. So when I went on all fruit, because my digestion was so bad, I started losing a lot of weight. And you will initially, but once you clean your digestion, so if you get on this and people start worried about you, everybody was worried about me. Everybody was worried, oh, you need to go to the doctor. No, you don't need to go to the doctor. You will get past that. Okay, let your body, I had no butt. I was skinny, okay? And, but I got most of that out of there. Now, my hands were inflamed and my hands stunk. I could smell it trying to come out of me. So I did have to slow down because I was working in public and it would freak people out. So I slowed down on my detox. However, I only recommend you slowing down if you absolutely have to. But if you are someone who has what the medical community calls cancer, and what I just call degenerative cells, because what that is your cells are full of acids and they eventually just destroy your tissue, and the acids just burn you away. then I would say you do what you have to do to reverse that. Don't, just take care of yourself and get things moving and going. Well, so anyway, I slowed down and I've had to take it a little slower, okay? Anyway, so what happens? What's some signs of your liver, which is also involved in your manufacturing of all kinds of chemicals? Your liver is a chemical factory, and it's involved in some of your detoxification and your sugar metabolism. So what are some signs that your liver isn't functioning? You can have dry skin, itching, burning soles of your feet, okay? A metallic taste in your mouth. When greasy foods upset you. So look at this. Here's a picture of what your liver looks like, and there's your gallbladder right there. Your gallbladder is just a holding tank. So if you're having gallbladder issues, you have liver issues because your liver is making the bile. It's just storing in here. And if you're getting stones and you're getting things like that, you're too acidic because acids corrode, acids harden. That's why you get cholesterol plaquing on arteries and things like that. The cholesterol is being sent there to try to anti-acid you. Cholesterol is an anti-acid, so the body's sending it there, but you're so acidic that it's taking it and it's hardening in it. So you have to reverse that. You have to quit doing what you've been doing, start alkalizing your body, start healing, and heal that liver so that you don't have those issues. So if you've had your gallbladder taken out, you're already having liver issues. You need to support your liver, okay? If you're taking laxatives, if you sneeze a lot, that's a sign that the liver is low. If you have a history of gallstones. So I wanted to show you some pictures of some parasites. These are actual parasites that live inside of people. And they come in through different ways. Through meat, handling raw meat, okay, because parasites live in meat. You can get it in the ground, through if you don't wash your lettuces and things like that. And like I said, if you have undigested food in your stomach, that's just part of nature. These germs and these microbes come and they begin to try to break down what's going on inside of you. I had a little boy one time, his mother brought him to me, he was about 12, and he could not get over Epstein-Barr. Couldn't get over it. The doctors didn't know what to do with him. So I was able to test him, came to find out he had parasites in his pineal gland. He also had problems growing. Okay, so your pineal gland is involved in producing growth hormone. So sometimes these things are in you, okay, and they've been laying eggs, and you have them. If you have parasites, you need to do a parasite cleanse for about a month. Watch that stuff come out. If you don't have anything come out of your poop, you're looking at your poop and you're saying, okay, it looks like either maybe little sesame seeds or little, sesame seeds or corn or worms, things like that. Those are parasites. And there's liver flukes and there's all kinds of things that can come out of you. Okay, so you want to do it for about a month. And if nothing comes out, hey, wait a year and do another one. Okay, but if you start having stuff come out, you want to do a liver cleanse because your body will not heal. So anyway, and you want to take a few weeks off and then do it again because they lay eggs. Well, this little boy must have been so full of them, and he was feeling better, but I really hate it. They were moving, okay? I don't think we got them all, but I think the mother thought I was trying to just steal her money or something, but I was able to get him feeling good again. However, he didn't follow up, he didn't finish. And I really regret that, but I'm not here to take your money, guys. Sometimes it takes digging in to get all that crap out of you so that your body can regenerate. These parasites, they feed off of you. They steal your nutrients. And if you're always hungry, or you have brain fog or whatever, they're, like I said, they're throwing off their own poop. They're eating your nutrients and they're taking and stealing from you. So things that maybe are signs that you might have parasites is you're clenching your teeth, or you have children who are clenching their teeth at night, digestive discomfort, your immune system is down, okay, because you got these people, these little entities living inside of you and throwing off all their stuff. Brain fog, okay, skin issues, itchy anus, bedwetting, and depression. Okay, so those are all signs that you could have those. Now, I have in my sleep pack, I've addressed all the issues that we're talking about in this series. And you don't watch all 4 of my videos. Watch my big 4 video, okay? And decide which ones you need. A lot of you are going to need to do it all. If you have questions, or you want to send me your eyes, send them to linda@goodnewshealthsolutions.com. Show me your irises and what kind of symptoms and what your health history is, and I'll do a video. Anyway, my website is below. It's goodnewshealthsolutions.com. You can see all my videos, my website, and make connections to me in that way also, and all my protocols. But I also have the links below, and the next video is going to be on anxiety. So you guys have a great one. Please like and subscribe and share and let your friends know. Getting healthy is a simple thing, but it's not always easy, because we have been trained to believe that we can take a supplement, or we can take this medication and suddenly we're better. Regenerative detoxification is really the only true golden key to health. Have a great day. Hi everybody, welcome back for part 4 of our series on sleep. I'm Linda. I'm a naturopathic doctor, and I've been helping people restore their health for over 11 years. I've learned what works and what doesn't, and regenerative detoxification is your golden key to restoring your health to vitality. So today we're talking about the role of anxiety in sleep, and I have 3 other videos on sleep. And so if you haven't already, like and subscribe to my channel so that you'll be able to get to those. I'm also going to leave some information in the links of how to get to the protocols to help yourself. Plus, my big 4 video is going to be in the description below. Also, I highly recommend you watch that. And let's get right to it. So we've talked about the role of the pineal gland, the role of your digestion, and how that can cause sleep disruption, and we've talked about pain. So today we're going to talk about anxiety and how that affects your sleep patterns. So everything is always connected, and we always have to go to the basics, always the basics, right? Getting healthy is a very simple thing. However, it's not easy, and it's all about regeneration of tissue, detoxification of the old acids out of the body. And we do that by cleaning up the diet and eating alkaline forming foods, which are your fruits and your vegetables. And I highly recommend lots of fruit because it's the most energetic. And we'll talk about, today we're talking about anxiety, which is highly connected to your adrenal glands. And they're also involved in sugar metabolism. So if you're having a problem with stress, there's a good chance that you're probably having a problem with sugar metabolism too, because it's the same gland that's involved in that. So eating right, allowing the body to alkalize, rest. When we're alkalized and we're not fighting acids, which are very constricting and tightening and corroding and breaking down, you feel stressed and uptight and your nervous system is on edge. Well, as we alkalize our bodies and we get rid of these toxic wastes, which is go through your lymphatic system and should be coming out your urine. Let me show you this. You should have white sediment at the bottom of your urine. Okay, that shows that your lymphatic system is draining. Now, if you go to the doctor and you have that, they'll say you have an infection. It's not true. If you, so be very careful and wary of that. If you are in the process of doing a detoxification and you go into the doctor and they say you have too many white blood cells, well, you don't have a infection. What's happening is your lymphatic system, which is involved in your immune response, is just draining, and it's coming out your kidneys. So of course, as that drains and those white blood cells are coming out, they're gonna think you have an infection when you don't. So they could actually hurt you by giving you antibiotics, because you already, all this stuff is all stirred up now. You know, it's not hardened and in there, and we got it stirred up and we're trying to clean it out. So actually taking probiotics or antibiotics could actually harm you at that point. Well, it does anyway, because antibiotics means anti-life, and it's not only killing what they call germs or microbes. Okay, it's actually hurting your own also. So it's killing what they would consider the bad guys and the good guys. Okay, but you have to understand that you won't have the bad guys unless you are not taking care of the terrain of your body, and there's nothing for them to feed on. If your terrain is healthy, there's nothing for the bad guys to feed on. So that's another reason. So anyway, we're talking about the adrenal glands. This is our four-point video on sleep, and today it's about anxiety and sleep and the connection between your adrenal glands. Now, here's the connection. Why do you think adrenal glands sit on top of the kidneys? Okay, your adrenal glands are these little, they're like almond, about the size of an almond. They sit on top of the kidneys. They are connected to your thyroid. They give you energy. They give you fight or flight. And what happens is, when we're in so much stress, after a while, these things, they just don't shut down. Okay, so they're putting out all this fight or flight chemicals into your body, and you're always on edge. Okay, and other things that the adrenal glands do is they're involved in your immune system. They're involved in anti-inflammatory, and so when you are given steroids to reduce inflammation in your body, you're actually harming your adrenal glands. So medicines almost always are harmful. If you go to Mayo Clinic and you do a search of your medicines and find out what the effects of those are on your body, and then go into the secondary effects also, and look and see what these symptoms, and the things that could be causing you. Why not just get healthy? We spend so much time going to a doctor and trying to get rid of symptoms, and your body just needs to heal. You need to heal, and you need to heal your emotions, and your adrenal glands are part of actually healing your emotions. We're all connected with everything too. So your adrenal glands create hormones. Okay, also they're involved in metabolizing your nutrients, your B vitamins, your creating different things that your body needs to function. So it's not, your adrenal glands are very important, and they're very small. And they are sitting right on your kidneys. And so there is a connection between the adrenal glands and the kidneys. So if you do the urine test, like I've been trying to tell everybody, don't skip that part. Do your urine test, see if your kidneys are filtering. You do the urine test by urinating in a jar, your first urine of the day. Let it set for about a day and a half. Go back, look to see how much sediment is at the bottom. If you don't see any sediment, then you're in trouble. Your lymphatic system is backed up, you're full of acids, you're in pain, you're having all kinds of issues. Tissue is breaking down, you're all stiff and tight, and you've got all kinds of things going on. You have to get the acids out, and that's what happens. So the only way to do that is to eat right and get on your alkaline diet. So we're going to talk about how that affects your sleep. So obviously, everything works together. And when we have high anxiety, we are also low in melatonin. So we had talked about the pineal gland. That was my first video on sleep, was the pineal gland. And the pineal gland is what creates melatonin so that you can sleep. And melatonin is a great antioxidant. And we heal, and our bodies repair while we're sleeping. So if we're not sleeping well, everything, connects and kicks back. So studies at the University of Toronto in Ontario, Canada, they discovered that low melatonin and high cortisol rates were found to be in depressed people. So if you have a problem with depression, you might have low melatonin, your pineal gland might not be functioning correctly. You might have high cortisol, which means that your stress hormone is overactive, that's your adrenal glands. That'll cause elevated blood pressure and all kinds of things. So now on the other hand, elevated melatonin, you could have elevated melatonin, and that would be what people are talking about, bipolar disease, okay? So that's what they say, that you have high melatonin when you're in the mania state, okay? And you have elevated cortisol at that time too. So our adrenals are involved in our stress response, our fight or flight. So if you're not able to relax, or if your circadian rhythm is off, then you're not going to sleep well. You're going to wake up in the middle of the night, all kinds of things. Your cortisol should be the highest in the morning when you wake up. Wake up feeling good, ready to get going with the day. Starting to slow down at night, right? So at night you want to start winding down, darkening things. You don't want to have lights on in your room when you're sleeping. You want no internet. Turn off your internet. Don't have your phone right next to you. Those kinds of things. Those are all disruptive, because as we talked about on our first video, your pineal gland has little crystals on it, and they're like receptors. So we need to be able to turn away from all the outside influences of that so that the body can have homeostasis. And another way, as we mentioned before, you can get that back in order is to walk barefoot on the earth. That's called grounding. When you walk barefoot, it helps the energy from the earth. It goes up into the body and it brings you about homeostasis. So doing that's good for you. There are a couple of herbs that are really good for high stress: schizandra and ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is also called withania. They're ashwagandha with withania are the same herb. Schizandra, very good for stress. Studies show that schizandra reduced blood glucose and cortisol in a rat study. So oftentimes when you have high cortisol, you also have high blood sugar. Well, and then you think about, well, the adrenal glands are also involved in metabolizing blood sugar. So it all connects. And then another controlled study, ashwagandha was showed if you take 600 milligrams a day for 8 weeks, it improved mental alertness. And another study found that cortisol levels were lowered and had significant improvement in sleep. And so that's ashwagandha. Now I have a formula in my sleep protocol for you, and it's a really great one to help with stress. And it's got the B vitamins in it. It's got ashwagandha and schizandra in it, and some herbs that are specific for the brain. And so it's in the protocol. Okay, so I have protocol for all the 4 areas that we talked about in sleep. So you need to watch the videos, look at the descriptions, decide which one works for you or which one you think is what fits your needs. And a lot of you will need all of them. And that's just the truth, because one thing feeds off the other. But hopefully if you follow my protocols and you do what I'm telling you, your body's you're gonna heal, and you won't have to be on these things forever. So if you don't alkalize your body and open up that channel, that lymphatic system, though, what you're gonna find is you'll be forever on herbs. You'll be forever taking supplements, and you won't heal. It will make you feel better. You will feel better. It will help you. However, the tissue will not regenerate because you still have all those acids in there. So we have to get them out. But strengthening your adrenal glands will also help the kidneys, because as I showed you, they sit on top of the kidneys and are intimately connected. So if you're not filtering, you have to also think about how is the adrenal glands working, okay? So both are involved. And there's the pituitary adrenal thyroid axis. So if your adrenals are down, your thyroid can be down. If your thyroid is down, it can cause your adrenal glands to be down. So you're not going to have energy through the day. You're not going to be able to think straight. Your adrenal glands produce neurotransmitters that's involved in the whole nervous system. So that's why it's so important to address the adrenal glands in addition to your kidneys and your lymphatic system. So bees are very good for stress, which is in the formula that I have for you. And this formula, all my formulas are food-based or herb-based, okay? I don't give you isolated. There's like one exception that I make because I cannot find anything else. And if any of you know of one, please let me know. But the pineal gland is really hard to find because it's just a small little part of the brain, and not very many manufacturers are involved in making it. So I use the best resource that I know, and it's already in my protocol. It has been out of stock quite often, and we just have to do the best we can until the supply chain opens back up. Just do our best, and you can get homeopathic remedies that can be helpful, but what I am finding is that people are so ill that they cannot just do a homeopathic remedy anymore. There used to be homeopathic remedy or hospitals here in the U.S., and there's other countries that actually have homeopathic hospitals where they just use homeopathic remedies. And a homeopathic remedy is extremely safe. But I'm finding that people have been so broken down through genetics and through our food system that they're too ill. So we need to start with some glandulars and some herbs. So your bees are involved in your stress response. So that's pretty much what I have for you today. You got to deal with your stress and, bring all your problems to the Lord, because He will guide and direct you and help you and heal your heart, because that's part of it too. So please like and subscribe my video and share it with your friends. All the links will be in description below for the protocol for the sleep. I'll also put the video of the big four in there. And you guys have a wonderful day.